So this is the front panel. Bust round divided by 4 plus 6. Then length, this is 21. That's the front. Then the back. We are making a corset. Our shoulder line first. This is the front. So this is the front. Then this cup we are using is 42. Then our bust point 11.5, under bust 15, so half length, let's make it 19, then bustier, I think 3.5, so our bustier is 8, our bustier is 8, bust point 11.5, under bust 15, half length 19. So let's connect the lines. This is our shoulder, bustier, bust point, under bust, waist. Okay, then from the bust point, our princess is 8. Divide by 2, 4 plus half, 4.5. Then we come to the under bust, we repeat the same thing, 4.5. So we are using 1.75 to shape our cup. So we connect this line first. Triangle. Then, now let's go to the shoulder. Our neck width is 4. Shoulder 15. Divide by 2, 7.5. Then we'll get the middle, 1.75. So that is where the first princess is coming. That's the first princess. So second princess, 1.75. That we use here times 2, 3.5. This corset is just like ideal, like flashing. So we'll continue tomorrow. Then cone 2 is another serious topic. If you lie, don't come. I will not see what you are doing. Somebody is looking with bad eyes. So 4.5. This 4.5, we are bringing it down straight. Thank God. Big topic. Lie, don't come. Lie, don't come. People that come will be filled to enjoy itself.
So that's the princess over 2 plus half that you're taking down.
So princess divided by 2 plus half. So we take it straight down. Are we getting it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's shape our cup. Where is bone?
It's not Yeah, I have it on video now. You can be doing your free hand.
She doesn't realize you.
Yep.
Okay. So please, you can see my own cough. Very cough. You cough it very well. Nothing like angle anywhere. It's cough like circle, half circle. So now, in between the shoulder line and the bustier, we'll get the middle. This is the middle. So this middle, let's use maybe 0.6 to dip the chest. What? 0.6. Okay. So now we can pin and cut. Okay, let's pin and cut. This is the back. Shoulder line ½ inch. Then zip allowance 1 inch.
So that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
So half length. Half length. And this half length is 19. The half length, we bring it a bit down, 19. So our back half length is 16. So at the back, this is a half length 16, then back half length 15 and 16. So we are repeating the same thing. Back half length 16, then half length 19. So connect this.
But what are we extending the half length?
That we extend it so that it will cover the tummy because we are snatching the waist. We are snatching the waist, so that's why we bring it down, like to the low waist, the half length. Are we getting it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, sir. That means if whatever number the person half length is, you add 2 inch.
Yeah.
You can add 2 inch. You will take the person measurement where she want the cut to stop, and also you can do it from your maybe under bust plus 3. It's still fine.
Okay.
But I want the lines to come down a bit. That's why I bring it down. Also, you can use your under bust plus 3 to still maybe bone it to snatch the waist. It's fine.
But sir, did we extend it for the front panel?
Front and back. Look at it. Front and back is 19. It's the same length. Okay. So this is the back half length. So now, okay, our princess is 8 divided by 2,
Plus
4 plus 1 inch 5. Then neck width 4, shoulder 15 divided by 2, 7.5. Then the middle 1.75. So pin this. Now let's mark ½ inch to join it. The front and center, back and side back. We are dipping the back with 1 inch. So we are dipping the back with 1 inch. Then Now this front, our neck width is 4. Our neck width is 4. Then it will have mesh. It will have mesh up here. So the neck width is 4. The neck depth in the center front is 3. It's 3. Then, okay, this is the neckline. This is the neckline. This is the neckline. So this is the neck line. 3. Then this neck width is 4. Neck depth 3. So then the mesh, the neckline is going to be very deep. Then okay, before the let's do the round measurement. This is the neck depth. Then round measurement, our bust round is 42. Divide by 4 plus 3.5. Under bust, maybe 34 plus 2. Waist 36 plus 2. She has tummy. I just form it. So let's connect the round measurements. Then we extend this to the bustier. Then shaping of the armhole, we are going to get this 3.5. We'll get the middle. Then our shoulder line, we'll extend the shoulder line. So we'll mark a fresh shoulder because this is straight princess. Our shoulder is 15 divided by 2, 7.5 plus 1. Then we'll connect our bust round divided by 4 to the extra 1 inch on the shoulder. Then we mark 1 inch in here. So shaping of the armhole. Then to the extra 1 inch on the shoulder. So this is the armhole. So the neck depth, we are going to use this cup now. You will not mark the neck depth, but it will have mesh. So we are going to use the cup. Then all this cup, look at this cup now. There's no how you will use it. The bust is going to flat. But there are some, but very few. It will form very well. But this one is flat already. So there is no way you will use it. The cup will flat. And this is the bustier line. This is the under bust. The cuff part is the under bust. Are we getting it? Okay, now look at what we are going to do to give it a small shape. We are going to apply that on this thing. So to make it curve. Only there's no machine. I don't know where we do that. Okay, so now this length, you are going to get the middle. But some cup, you buy it, it will curve very well. It will curve very well. But this one is flat. So we'll get the middle. So this is the middle. So the middle, look at what I want to do. From the under bust, I want to hold a small dart, like ½ inch. This is what I'm going to sew here.
Can I use your
Yes. That you shouldn't top stitch both up and down. You just sew it over and don't cut it to the end. You leave small thread up and down. You should start the sewing before you fix this. Then you should still sew it over and leave small thread. So, thank you. So, please let's wait for that. Now we are going to place, this is the foam or the cup. So we are going to place it already. Okay, look at this shape. Now you can see The cup is looking like cup now, not flat again. After hold it, look at the dart. But there are some cup that is cup already, but this one is not cup. It's like flat, so you have to apply that to the middle. Don't just hold the dart. You will check the middle. From here to here is the middle of this length. Are we getting it? So you hold your dart. So we have this shape now, so we can use it. Then now, from
But
under
didn't
bust.
it affect the size of the...
No, it will not affect. It will not affect. So now look at the placing. And you will place it to the under bust, under the bust. Are we getting it? I will turn it. Right. You will turn it from under bust. The placing of this cup is from under bust. Exactly under the bust. Look at under the bust. Then you have to push this in very well. Look at, you make sure the fabric is touching the cup. And you can, okay, let's turn it and pin. You can pin it. So this is the bust point. You can pin it from inside. Then this is the side where this angle is. You will pin it also. Can we see it? So you will pin it. Then this sharp angle, this other side, you will pin it too. You will pin it too, but before you pin, you must make sure the fabric is touching the foam. Then this is the underbust. From underbust too, you will pin it down. Then on the bustier, you will pin it. So that's about five pins. So now look at it. Are we getting it? So okay, look at it. Then look at the back. We are getting this. Let me hold it very well. So here to look at, this is the inside. You will pin it inside like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is the back. This is the waist. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
So look at the inside. You will pin it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is the front. So now, after that, we'll mark it. Let me use blue chalk. But sometimes this thing will come very close to this place. It's fine. Like it will remain like half inch. It's fine. It's even perfect like that. So then you will mark it round. You mark it round. Then mark this upper part where the angle is. You mark it. Are we getting? Then this bustier too. You mark it round. We are marking it round. Are we getting it? So after marking it round, let's remove the pins and remove the cup. So look at, we've removed the cup. So now what we are going to do, this is the shape. So what we are going to do, we are going to mark 1 inch is basic. You will extend this. Let me extend this up. You extend this up. Then the other side too. take it up. Then basic, we'll mark 1 inch. From this bustier line that we just mark, this blue shock, you will mark 1 inch. We are marking 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Then this one will now enter the armhole. So this is what we are cutting. We are not cutting on the blue because this curve stop here. So we need some inches so that when we turn, because here this bustier is going to be free, sewing will not touch it at all. It's going to be free inside. That's why we add 1 inch up. Are we getting it?
Yes.
Okay, now then this cup we are going to mark ½ inch in, ½ inch, ½ inch. Because if we, okay, let me mark ½ inch first.
You come for the half inch.
You said?
You come to our side. No problem.
I will not come there. Thank God, I always come this side, but now,
You are here already, supporting.
then I will shift.
Okay.
So we are marking ½ inch in. And I will tell us the reason why we are marking ½ inch. Okay, let's connect it. Let's connect it round. Okay, now because this is our first chalk, this blue, the shape of the exact cup from under bust, are we getting it?
Yes.
Okay, this is the blue chalk, the first chalk, the first marking is the blue. So where we mark ½ inch in, because if you cut this blue, that means this pattern is condemned. So this ½ inch now that we need is for joining. So we'll only condemn, because this one is a small part, so we can condemn this and cut another one. So this, our main body is still useful. So if we cut on this blue, that means this one is condemned, this one is still useful. So that's why we mark ½ inch in. So we'll cut this out. This one that you cut out now is not useful again. So we can easily cut another one and add ½ inch for sewing allowance, or 0.75 is perfect, not ½ inch. If you add ½ inch, it will be somehow tight. So 0.75 is perfect. So add your 0.75 or ½ inch. So anyone. So that's what we are cutting now. And you can see from here that 1 inch that we add enter the armhole. Are we getting it? Okay. So let's cut this. Before we remove this, let's do our round measurements, front and back. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's cut. Then the neckline, armhole, the armhole, somebody's not here.
Stella, are you
Now always ask questions, reasonable questions.
Mentally,
Okay.
I'm tired.
Wow.
I'm
Stella
struggling,
wants to ask questions.
I'm struggling to even
She's really tired.
Wow. Okay. Then this is the half length. No need of adding half inch joint. So now this is our round measurement. Let's cut the back too. So let's cut the back. Place this. back. So let's pin it together. You can stop anytime from now. And we can go and rest our throat. Like 15 minutes, so when we come back. So no, now let's do the round measurement. You can see the way, if you cut normal, the way I explained, if you are positioning the front on the back, you will just get it perfect. So look at the front, you will raise your cup and position this front and make sure your arm is flat without dragging. Are we getting it? So this center front will be aligned with this, then you can pin it down. You pin the shoulder. If you check this width, is 4. No, 4 point something and 4. So it's 4. Then shoulder line. I think we'll still pause it here anytime from now. We'll pause. So we'll raise this. We'll pause because
So this raising, it doesn't have measurements.
raising, it has measurement. Raising it, hello, listen. This, you know, there's a line here in between the bustier and the bust point, the middle. That is the line that you follow.
Okay.
So if I think quickly, somebody want to answer that question by my side. Oh my God.
We are teaching them well.
Honestly.
They are learning fast.
Okay, so let's cut the neck depth, then lacing at the back. This is the neck width, the neck depth. Let's cut this out. Okay, now let's cut. So this is the neck depth, shoulder, armhole. So this is the half length. Then, okay, let's notch the side, bust, under bust, and this is the waist. No need to notch. So look at the. Okay, let's separate the front and back. So this is the front and back, and this is the back half length. So we can cut it. Then now this bust. So here is going to be mesh. Okay, before the mesh is going to be front and back. So we have this one, this pink stop. Then we'll mark it for the back too. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
We have the pink line stop in the front, we'll mark it. Then that's the back too. So the back too, we have mesh. I don't want the mesh to come down at all to the low, because now it will have lacing at the back. So okay, let's work on the back first. It will have lacing at the back. So this is the back half. Then you curve this, please. Then here is going to be mesh. Then let's cut this out. Okay, this is the, let me write it, mesh. So that's the mesh. This is back. Then this front too. This front too. We are cutting this pink. Are we getting it? So we are cutting this mesh. I mean, okay, this is the mesh. Front mesh. Then now we are going to remove this. You know, our cup stop on this blue line, so that's why we have extension for joining, so that it will not affect our, we will not sew on the mesh at the bustier. So we are cutting this out. So now this is the, so we are still using this because we've add our joining allowance. So we are going to add, then now look at, if immediately you cut this out, before anything, before you even lift it up, very, very important. Somebody said nosh. I have followed an assistant. So now when you will mark this, then after the marking, you will notch. You can decide to use this side or this side. You can notch anywhere. You will notch here. And notch this center front too. Why we notch it is that because after separate this marking face. Now let me see. We are going to remove this. This is the princess line. We'll remove this. Immediately you remove this. If you did not, because this marking shows that you are adding half inch. Because immediately you remove it, you will not even understand what is this again. So, and again, you may mistakenly join here to this place. So, but when you notch, you know this notching must be on the same side. Are we getting it? So now, this is it. Then now we want to work on this bust. This bust, let me pin it back.
So please, that place you notch, is there any place or
Where?
is it a particular spot?
It can be anywhere.
Okay,
You
just
mean
to
this place that I
indicate
notched?
the side. Yes.
Just to indicate where you will join to the center front.
Okay.
So on this notching now, that means this side is joining to this middle front.
Okay.
Not because mistakenly you can, when you cut on your fabric, you know all this marking will not be there, but this notching will be guiding you. Already you will know that this princess, these two notchings, princess. Are we getting
Yes.
it? Okay. So now let me pin. I will pin this place. Then after pinning, I will do a small explanation and we pause it there for today. Because if I continue, it will not even understand. We are going to continue. If you like, don't. So we'll pause it. Okay, we should continue.
Okay.
No,
Let's pause this.
Give us an energy drink.
Let's pause this here so that we can go and continue with our sewing. Not personal sewing, that gown, that our gown.